Hey there, it's Mitzi. Welcome to my channel. Today I wanted to do a quick video on a readathon that I just learned about that is happening during the month of April. And I'm really excited about it because it's about all those books that are collecting dust on your shelf that you need to get to. So this is a great way for me to just find another excuse to pull some of these books off of my shelf that are just sitting there waiting to be read. So I thought you might be interested in joining it too. It's called the Backlist Booklist Readathon, and it is hosted by Lindsay's Little Library and Sarah's Nightstand. And I will leave links to their videos announcing this readathon below. But it's from April 11th through the 17th. I'm looking at the notes about this because I'll forget to say something. So it's through from April 11th to April 17th, and there are 5 prompts. And the prompts are great, and it's perfect for me. I thought these were really good prompts too. The first one is a backlist book by your favorite author. Number 2, a backlist book that is collecting dust. Number 3, a backlist book with pink on the cover. Number 4, a backlist book that's a 5-star prediction. And number 5, a backlist book that has a scripted title. And I happen to have a book here that fits all of those prompts because, first of all, most of my books on my shelf are backlisted. I have very few books that are new releases. I just like backlist books. I don't know why, but that's usually what I pick up. So I am always late to the game on books, and I have a lot of books, and you probably do too. I'm sure there's books that are backlisted that you picked up maybe years ago that are still sitting on your shelf. And so all of these for me, if it's on my shelf, even if I picked it up last week, which one of these I picked up last month, I'm counting the collecting dust because if it sits there, it's collecting dust. So any of those will work for that prompt. But there's one book that I have in particular that I just picked up recently, and I actually shared it in a book haul last week, and that is A Tangled Web by L.M. Montgomery. And if you look at this, the front of this cover, you will see that I don't know if you can see it, but there's actually pink on the cover, and it's actually the pink because there's like a floral in the middle of this on a picture, and then on the side the font is the actual pink that was in the announcement video. They showed a little swatch of the color pink, and it's that color. So I'm counting it for that if I want to, because it fits all the prompts. It's also by L.M. Montgomery. And everything that I've read by L.M. Montgomery has been a 4 or 5 stars. So she's definitely a favorite author. If you look close, you see A Tangled Web is the title, and it is written in a scripted font. So that's one of the prompts. So pink, of course I said already, if it's on my shelf, it's collecting dust. Favorite author, and it's a 5-star prediction for sure, because like I said, anything by L.M. Montgomery I consider great. I mean, everything I've read so far by her has been a 4 or 5-star book. So I just have a feeling this is going to be a 5-star read, and I'm excited to get to this one. So this will be the one that will be my priority because it fits all of the prompts. But I did have some others that I wanted to share too, that were some that fit the prompts that I thought would be good ones to read during this week if I can get to them. So one of them is another book that I just shared. I think I shared it in that same book haul, and it is Miss Jeffrey's Dust for Clues by Emily Brightwell. This is a Victorian murder mystery, and I can use this for pink on the cover. But also, instead of collecting dust, it actually has the word dust in the title. So I thought, well, I know that's not what they meant, but you can do these readathons however you want to. And so I thought that was cute that dust was actually in the title of this one. However, there is pink on the cover. And again, I just picked this up, but it is definitely a backlist book. I think this is only the second one in this series, and I think there might be 20 or 30 in this series. So it's definitely a backlist book. And I loved the first one, so I feel like I'll really enjoy it, and it may even be a 5-star read. So that's another one that I could use for the Backlist Booklist Readathon. Another one that definitely popped out as soon as I was looking over my bookshelf was Mrs. Dalloway by Virginia Woolf, because I mean this is definitely a pink cover. I mean the whole thing is pink. It's covered in pink and gray airplane. So this definitely could be one for pink on the cover. This one also is a classic, and it's one that I received for Christmas. It's a penguin cloth bound, and I'm trying to collect some of those, so I was excited to get this one, and I need to get it read since I did receive this one for Christmas. Now, as for Virginia Woolf, I don't know if she's a favorite author or not, because the only thing I've read by Virginia Woolf is her essay, A Room of One's Own, I think is what it's called. And it's really about her thoughts on women writers during her time period and how they deserved a space to write and time to write just as men did, because back in those days, it just wasn't something that they had, and it was a lot about women's rights and things like that. And it was a very interesting essay, but that is the only thing I've read by Virginia Woolf. I've never read any of her fiction, so I was excited to get this for Christmas, and this would be perfect for me to read during this readathon. Another one that I picked up for this readathon was one that I've only read one by Barbara Pym, and it was a favorite read for me, and it was actually one I shared in some of the books that most surprised me. I think it was a 5-book Friday, and it was 5 books that surprised me, and this one was the one that surprised me the most. It was the most surprising, and it was by Barbara Pym, and it's called Quartet in Autumn. It's a great book if you've never picked it up, but since then I've been interested in reading others. I found this at a thrift store, and it's called Excellent Women, and it also has pink flowers on the cover. And since I loved that other one by Barbara Pym, I predict this would be a 5-star prediction, so I could use it for that as well. Now, I have heard that the other books written by Barbara Pym are totally different than Quartet in Autumn, so I'm not sure how it's going to be for me, but I just have high hopes for this one, so I hope it'll be a good one. This would be a great time to read that too. And then finally, I had one more, and I could count this for a favorite author because I've loved everything I've read by Elizabeth von Arnim. And this is a very slight book. It's only 116 pages, so I could easily fit this in. And I had already pulled this to read during the spring because it's about a garden, and I'm in the mood for gardens and books about flowers. And so I thought this would be a good one for that. It has a beautiful cover on it. It's not pink, but it has a really pretty cover. And it is called Elizabeth and Her German Garden. And I think that this is considered fiction, but also a little autobiographical about Elizabeth von Arnim. I'm not sure of that, but we'll find out. And again, it's not very long, and I've loved everything I've read so far by her. So I thought I would add this one to my stack. So those are the books that I have chosen for the Backlist Booklist Readathon. And I am prioritizing A Tangled Web because I really want to get to that one. I'm super excited to get to another Ellen Montgomery. But these are some others that I have as choices. If I finish that one, I might pick one of these others. Have you read any of these? Let me know in the comments. Are you participating in this readathon? If you're interested in more about it, check out the links below where I linked the announcement videos about this readathon. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you soon.